Now.
What if everything you thought you knew about memory, consciousness, even reality itself was a lie, manufactured and rewritten by unseen forces? Severance.
My Audi's wife died a few years ago. Except the woman is Miss Casey.
Season 2 doesn't just continue the nightmare, it multiplies it. This isn't just Lumen's story, it's a descent into the human mind itself, where every hallway, color, and object carries meaning. Welcome back to Hidden Meanings, the channel that cracks open TV's biggest puzzle boxes. Today we're diving into Severance Season 2, explained with Severance symbolism, hidden meanings, and 13 mind-blowing Severance Easter eggs. 1. The Infinite Maze. Lumen as a mindscape. Right from the opening, Severance Season 2 makes one thing clear. Lumen isn't just a building, it's a mindscape. Mark dashes through endless hallways, twisting staircases, and green lawns that ignore logic itself. Even the title sequence is a stunning piece of animation. It places him inside a neural network-like landscape filled with balloons, looping doors, and Escher-inspired illusions. Every unreachable balloon and every staircase folding back into itself becomes a metaphor for memory, trauma, and the fractured self. The Severance symbolism is deliberate. Lumen's maze isn't physical, it's psychological, reflecting Mark's broken mind. Fun fact, those endless hallways weren't CGI at all. The crew actually built a real infinite corridor set in New Jersey. Even the actors didn't know which turn led where, which made their disorientation feel 100% real. Quick pause before we dive into the next hidden meaning. If you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. We've got even deeper Severance theories, Easter eggs, and wild symbolism coming your way. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. 2. Cold Harbor, Lumen's quest for immortality. If the Severance procedure felt sinister in Season 1, Season 2 pushes it into truly unsettling territory. The eerie blue-lit bay, strange floor plans, and cryptic dialogue all point to something darker than workplace control. The pursuit of corporate immortality, hinting that severed employees may unknowingly host fragments of another mind and sparking fan theories on Reddit. Fun fact, Ben Stiller personally operated over 100 live light cues from an iPad. Combined with real dry ice and carefully layered illumination, he created a chilling, otherworldly environment where the line between sci-fi and horror blurred. 3. Love as rebellion, when emotion breaks Lumen's code. Season 2 drives home one undeniable truth. Love is a glitch in the system. Mark's growing connection with Helly doesn't just add romantic tension, it's a virus inside Lumen's architecture. Every secret handhold, stolen glance, and whispered conversation becomes an act of rebellion, proof that emotions can't be sanitized or contained. Mark finds himself torn between the haunting memory of Gemma and the raw, unpredictable love he feels for Helly. This struggle captures a core Severance theme. Emotions resist systemization. They disrupt control. They rewrite realities both inner and outer in ways Lumen can't anticipate. Fun fact, Adam Scott and Britt Lower weren't told the full trajectory of their romance. Their reactions on screen, raw, authentic, and completely in the moment. The credits maze, Easter eggs hiding in plain sight. The opening credits of Severance. Season 2 are a treasure trove of symbolism. Mark begins in stark white pajamas, symbolizing innocence and blank identity, before gradually shifting into deep blood red, an enigmatic rubedo motif representing transformation, awareness, and personal evolution. Balloons drift just out of reach, embodying lost memories and fleeting hope. He stumbles through endless stairwells pursued by shadows, a Jungian metaphor for the subconscious chasing him. Shifting green lawns and hedges hint at the fragile, ever-changing boundaries of memory. Every mirrored figure, distorted door, and color transition foreshadows emotional arcs still to come. These credits aren't just stylish, they're psychological storytelling. Fun fact, those mesmerizing credits weren't just CGI tricks. The production team actually hired optical illusion specialists to craft sequences that toy with your perception. By blending lenticular art, digital layering, and frame-by-frame Easter eggs, they created a title sequence designed not just to be watched, but to be decoded. Before we move on, quick reminder, if you're enjoying this breakdown and catching new details you never noticed, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps more fans of Severance find this video. 5. Lost in Lumen's labyrinth. Season 2 reframes Lumen as a modern labyrinth. Mark's endless treks through sterile corridors echo the ancient myth of Theseus entering the maze to face the Minotaur. But in Severance, the monster isn't literal, it's internal. The Minotaur becomes a symbol of trauma, guilt, and suppressed memory, always lurking in the psyche. Every hallway feels like a trial, every turn a confrontation with buried truths. Even Ms. Coble's infamous yarn isn't just eccentric, it mirrors Ariadne's thread, the lifeline Theseus used to escape. In Severance, that lifeline is memory itself. Without it, the characters are condemned to wander Lumen's maze forever, trapped between architecture and the self. Fun fact, the set was so disorienting that even the actors got lost during filming. Ben Stiller actually encouraged it, using their genuine confusion to heighten the sense of unease on screen. Sixth Gemma, or Heli, the choice that breaks the system. Season 2 hits its emotional peak when Mark discovers Gemma alive within Lumen's walls. This isn't just a reunion, it's a psychic fracture, tearing open his innie's fragile sense of reality. Suddenly he's faced with an impossible choice: cling to the comforting illusion of the past or step into the dangerous unknown with Heli. More than romance, it's a test of autonomy. By leaning toward Heli, Mark chooses growth over nostalgia, authenticity over illusion. In that moment, he claims himself as a fully realized innie, no longer defined by Lumen's programming, but by his own will. Fun fact, early Gemma scenes were filmed using only audio playback. Adam Scott had no visual cues, leaving him genuinely unsettled, which is why his reactions hit so raw on screen. 7. The Glasgow Block shatters reality. Deep in Lumen's sub-basement lies the Glasgow Block, Season 2's most enigmatic creation and ultimate MacGuffin. When activated, it destabilizes the Severance procedure itself, ripping open the barrier between innie and outie. For the first time, full crossover awareness becomes possible, but freedom here isn't clean. It comes in waves of surging purple light, violent resonance, and painful disorientation. The Glasgow Block turns the abstract struggle for identity into something brutally tangible. Fun fact, the Glasgow Block wasn't just digital trickery. The prop was modeled after a Tesla coil, capable of delivering faint but safe shocks and unpredictable energy that put the cast right inside the chaos of Lumen's most dangerous device. 8. Breaking the chains, Lumen's control cracks. As Lumen's secrets unravel, the innies start to resist, proving that consciousness can't be fully contained. Panic attacks, hallucinations, and acts of sabotage emerge. They signal a growing awareness among the severed employees. Heli's innie quietly orchestrates rebellion, leaving coded notes, subverting orders, and subtly defying the system. These small acts of defiance build up, transforming personal struggle into a collective uprising. Season 2 frames this resistance as more than workplace chaos. It's a statement: identity, memory, and agency can never be erased, no matter how complete the control. Fun fact, the protest scenes drew inspiration from real-life union organizers. The line, "We are not your product," came directly from a 2020 tech worker walkout. Quick pause, if you're still watching, you clearly like this stuff, so just hit subscribe already. 9. Lumen's global reach, control without borders. Season 2 gradually unveils Lumen's global reach. Subtle cues, foreign signage, international accents, and cryptic props hint at operations spanning continents, emphasizing that control isn't localized, it's systemic, pervasive. Symbolism layers the narrative. Scattered eggs symbolize potential, fragility, and the vulnerability of severed employees, while an Ouroboros painting quietly nods to the endless cycles of corporate resurrection and reinvention. The visual storytelling underscores that Lumen's influence stretches beyond one office, affecting human consciousness on a global scale. Every seemingly minor detail contributes to the feeling of a company that's not just powerful, but omnipresent and almost mythic in its reach. Fun fact, the international signage was swapped daily, creating miniature foreign Lumen sets and sometimes confusing the cast and crew with elaborate pranks. 10th Mark's infinite hallway, trauma in motion. Season 2 introduces the Dr. Rigabi protocol, a method designed to accelerate innie-outie fusion, but at a harrowing price. As innies and outies begin to merge, they face memory loops, fugue states, and physical strain, showing that reintegration is neither simple nor painless. Mark's journey through an infinite hallway drenched in stormy light visually captures the psychological weight of attempting wholeness. Purple hues dominate the sequence, signaling trauma, transformation, and transition, a recurring Severance symbolism motif. The series reminds viewers that self-discovery is often chaotic, painful, and disorienting. Fun fact, the endless hallway sequence used moving walls and treadmills. It was filmed over 60 takes in rain-soaked conditions to simulate continuous motion and disorientation. 11th, mind overwritten. When identity isn't yours. Season 2's Cold Harbor flashes hint at a chilling possibility. Lumen is preparing vessels, severed employees designed to host the consciousness of founders. This concept is made terrifyingly real when select workers undergo memory erasure, effectively turning them into corporate hosts. The show's Severance symbolism is stark. Identity, autonomy, even your soul, can be commodified and monetized. These sequences force viewers to confront the ultimate horror of Lumen's control. Your mind isn't just divided, it can be overwritten. Fun fact, the transfer scenes used a gimbal to physically flip actors, intensifying disorientation. Cast and crew nicknamed it the Possession Coaster, giving the psychological terror a vertiginous, tangible effect on screen. 12th, spirals, loops, and the music of memory. The series masterfully incorporates the windmills of your mind during critical escape sequences, using music to deepen its exploration of consciousness. The song mirrors the show's core motifs, spirals, loops, and repetition, emphasizing that memory and identity are never linear. As characters navigate hallways, staircases, and shifting environments, the melody reinforces the dizzying, cyclical nature of thought and self-discovery. Every note becomes a subtle narrative tool, reflecting how memories intertwine, fade, and recur in patterns that challenge perception. This musical layering makes psychological chaos tangible, drawing viewers deeper into Lumen's symbolic labyrinth. Fun fact, creator Dan Erickson personally selected the song and played it on set during filming to immerse actors in an intentionally disoriented mindset, heightening authenticity in their performances. 13. Integration, freedom's painful price. By the series finale, Lumen's vision of perfect minds finally collapses. Characters like Mark, Helly, and Coble achieve a hard-won integration of their innie and outie selves, emerging scarred, disoriented, but empowered. The journey isn't neat. Freedom in Severance is never comfortable. It's the painful, messy acceptance of all your fractured pieces, acknowledging trauma, memory, and emotion without corporate filters. This ultimate message underscores the show's central philosophy. Autonomy and selfhood require courage and sacrifice. Even in liberation, life is complex, unpredictable, and emotionally taxing, a sharp contrast to Lumen's sterile, artificial ideal. Fun fact, the final montage was shot over a grueling week of night shoots. The cast dubbed it the Purgatory Shift, with Ben Stiller giving surprise motivational speeches and serving waffles, a nod to Season 1's cult-like reward system. Severance Season 2 proves that wholeness isn't tidy, freedom isn't guaranteed, and the mind is far more complex than a corporate blueprint. Every color, hallway, device, and musical cue is a piece of the puzzle. What did you catch that we missed? Are innies going to reclaim agency permanently? And is Lumen truly finished? Drop your wildest Severance theories below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more deep dives into TV's most cryptic series. Remember, in Lumen, trust no light, trust no answer, and always follow your own thread to freedom.